Hello guys, welcome so much to Smart GeoAfrica. My name is Joseph, and today we want to learn about georeferencing, one of the most fundamental steps when you are dealing with some topographical map or images that you have extracted from a site like Google Earth and many other sources. So georeferencing is basically the process of assigning a map, an image, assigning a coordinate system to it. So I want to show you an example here. I've got an image. Okay, here you go. So I have an image of I have 4 images. I have Kiambu, Limuru, Ngong and Nairobi. These are the 4 topographical map. The reason I have chosen the 4 is that I want to make georeferencing interesting and also quite a bit hard for you when trying to do it. So you can see from the map of Kiambu, this is Kiambu. I'm going to zoom out shortly, but you can see the map of Kiambu. The north side of it, we are having Nairobi bordering it on the northern side. On the western side, we are having Limuru the border, and southwest we are having Ngong. So let me zoom out. There you go. So this is the map that I'm working with. One thing that I have done here is that I have cropped the image so that I remove the unnecessary part of the map. So I've only remained with the map frame alone, of course with the map. And when I georeference the 4 maps, the 4 images, when I georeference them well, then I expect that it will form a one topographical map covering all this area of Limuru, Kiambu, Nairobi and Ngong. Having done that, I have already added some 3 maps, but I want to add another one, Kiambu, so that when you add it, this is the warning that it gives. It tells you that the following data source you added are missing spatial reference information. Now that's what we want to correct, so that when you add it, it has spatial reference. So for now, just click OK, because we know that it doesn't. And you can see how the images are organized within my working frame. They are just on top of each other. So after we georeference them, they are going to be arranged in order the way we have shown in the beginning. So the first step that you want to do is you want to set the projection of the map, okay? Because you want all of this, the map that you're having to be in the same projection. So to change or to set projection, when in the working space, you can right click, then data frame property. There you go. Then you want to use system coordinate. For me, I'm going to use a 1960 UTM zone 37. So just click apply and then OK, and you realize my parameters here are changing also. So for me, I've been using these 2 projection most of the time, but if you have never set projection, you can just search, like here you can search UTM zone 37 north. Then you can search if you know the projection that you want to work with. You can see we are having projected coordinate system UTM. Of course, I'm in Africa. There you go, 1960 UTM zone in Africa. So that's where you set your projection. Now after you set your projection, you have to bring in an icon for georeferencing. Mine is already here. Maybe I can just bring it. Let me move it. Yeah, I can move them. So this is my icon for georeferencing. Now if you don't see it in your software, what you have to do, just come at this empty space, then right click and wait, then it gives you all the tools that are there. Now you want to look at georeferencing. If you don't see it there, then it is unticked in this. So what you want to do, you want to activate it by ensuring that you have the tick on it. Then you'll be having it, you'll have the tool for georeferencing. Another important thing that I want to like you to show is here. See, for us we are working with the 4 images: Nairobi, Ngong, Limuru and Kiambu. Now when georeferencing, you have to take in attention on the map, okay, on the labeling in your georeferencing tool, because it is Ngong. So if you do any georeferencing, whether you are georeferencing, if you, for example, if you add control point in Kiambu point and you are having Ngong image selected here, you'll be doing a mistake, because you'll be georeferencing Ngong, but the control point you are putting them in Kiambu map. So that one will definitely bring you into an error. So you want to ensure that the image you are georeferencing, it is well labeled and you are having it right there. Okay, so let's start with Nairobi. So what I want to do, then I can disable the others so that I remain with Nairobi. I don't want confusion. So this is the map of the image. Actually it's an image, not a map. The image of Nairobi, and here I can see it is well selected as Nairobi. At my table of content, I can see Nairobi is the only one that is checked. So what we want to do, we want to zoom in to where you can see the coordinates. There you go. And what you want to do is okay, so actually I've shown you the wrong thing. Okay, same idea, but I have used the icon for classification, but we are supposed to use for georeferencing. So the same thing. Now here I'll have to change to Nairobi. So this is the tool that we are using. This is the icon that we'll be using, not this one is for classification when doing remote sensing. But okay, I can just disable it so that it doesn't bring some confusion. Okay, there you go. So we are having our map, and the next thing you want to do is to add some control points. Now to add control points, this icon here, you can see. So add control point, you select it, then go to where you can see both the X and Y axis labels, then select it. After you have selected it, right click, then input the X and Y. So once it's there, of course this is the X, this is the Y, and the label is 277. So I'm going to write 277,000. Okay, I'm going to show you I'm having it as 1,000. Then we are having 98,35,000. I expect when I click OK, yes, when I click OK, there you go, the map disappears. Why? Because I have activated autocorrect, auto adjust, not autocorrect, auto adjust. That means if I put one control point, it automatically tries to adjust itself to where it is. So what I have to do, just go to Nairobi, then zoom to layer, and there you have your map. So I'm going to operate with the 3 points. So this one I can see the X is 277, so I just want to go up so that I can add another point. Ensure that your points are well distributed within your image. I always prefer having them at 3 corners of the map, but you can distribute them well. This is just the basic of it. We are going to learn later on why we are having 3 and all that. So this is my second point. Again, what I've just done, maybe I can just cancel it. You just come to add control point, select it, then put it where you want to have your point. There is good. Then input, and one thing you can see that your values now, like my x is 277 from that's a value, and this one is 9861. So you can see, because the image it adjusted itself, now the error between the readings are the x and y values and the exact values. You can see they are very minimal. Like this one is supposed to be 277,000. This is supposed to be 9861. Okay, 9861,000. Then click OK. There you go. Then again, just zoom to layer. Okay, and again there is this icon here for view link table. It shows you the link, how many control point you have, the x source, the y source, and all those things. We will discuss them in the next tutorial. So again, I want to zoom into my point first. So this is 9835. So I want to add another point somewhere here. 9835. I want to add, yeah, I can add it here. Add control point. So add control point. I want to add it there. So for the because my x is 250,000, and this will be 9835,000. Then click OK. Now you realize that I'm writing, if it is 251, the value that you can see, we are adding 3 zeros. This is why we are doing it. My reference point is here. You can see this value is 25,250, and then we are having 3 zeros meter east, and then now the rest is just 250, 251, but the reference point is that this point, it is 250,000 meters. So that's why we are adding the 3 zeros in each value that we put. Now once you are done with that, once you have added, can let me zoom into layer. Once you have added your control point, just add 3 of them. It is enough. Distribute them evenly within the map. And now we are using first order polynomial, that is affine. There are other transformation that you can use, but for now let's just use first order polynomial, and we are going to discuss that one, the other form of transformation, later on. So once you have done that, you want to update, because these are just points that are there. You want to update your image so that it can be reference to the control point you have put. So what you do, to come to georeferencing, then update georeferencing. There you go. Once you update georeferencing, you can see even the control point that you had, they disappear, but now your map operates within the control point you have put. If you can just see, if I add okay, I wanted to add something called okay, so if I'm right here, you can see down here the values. You can see the just the same, so it has worked well. So maybe next I can go to Ngong, so I can remove this one, I can deactivate it, then zoom to layer, then the same procedures that you used when georeferencing Nairobi is the same procedure that is being used here. So I've changed it to ensure again in the georeferencing tool you change it to Ngong. There you go. And of course I always like always have your always have the link table. It's good to see what you are doing. Okay, so again on this you just repeat the same. If I can just show you, we can add 1 point. There you go. That means my x is 222,000. Okay, I've written minute. Okay, that is 98,35,000. Okay, the image disappears. Zoom into layer. If you don't want your image to disappear when adding the control point, you can always untick auto adjust, then it will just work well. So I let you georeference the rest, the other 3 maps, and then from there I am giving you a challenge: georeference the other 3 maps, and the result as I work on these other images, I georeference them, then I'll show you the final result. Okay, so after georeferencing the rest, I have remained here with Kiambu. I want to show you another tip. You can save this point, you can save the transformation in the link table. Just come and save. So just choose a folder where you want to save it, georeferencing one, and just save it. Then you can save it maybe Kiambu County, and save it. There you are good. And I want to update it. Now if you work with this map again, the image of Kiambu, you can always go back to the transformation that the map has taken, and you are done automatically. So now that I can then bring in my other maps. Now these are maps, they are no longer images, and there you go. Now we are having a one topographical map having Limuru, Kiambu, Nairobi and Ngong. And you can see, if I can just zoom in. Okay, let's see. This is Nairobi, this is Ngong. You can see that the features that are shared in both Nairobi and Ngong, you can see like this road here. You can see how smooth they conjoin. You can see even the Ngong forest. Okay, also you can compare Nairobi, Kiambu. So that's the beauty and of georeferencing. So of course I'm going to attach these images. I'm going to attach these images so that you can try at home. You can try it, and remember, practice make perfect. So Just keep on trying and you will get it right. Please, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. Don't forget to click that like button, and don't forget also to share with your friends, and also to bring them on board to Smart Geo Africa, and more tutorial will be coming along the way. So thank you so much. That's all I had today for georeferencing, and see you next time. God bless.